So nobody wanted to watch a Lady Wahmen spy movie because of the Koofity Koof, but everybody wanted to watch a Spider-Man trio because of the Koofity Koof? I am Mecca, and we are smashing out the videos rapid fire, one after another, because it's Mecca Monday nights, and we go live every Monday night to talk about all the topics, and we do a lot of game streams every other time of every other thing, on Twitch, on YouTube, all the time. We did 3 videos today. That is how we are going to grind and climb our way back up the algorithm, even if it's probably crushing it. I don't know the rules anymore, and because we don't know the rules anymore, we're relying on you guys to help share the videos, and yeah, comment, chat, talk, hang out, just bookmark the channel. You're not gonna know when we're live, but we are gonna know why these box office misfires are misfiring, because nobody likes this wokier than thou, whammity whammon power movement, except for when they have Fan Bing Bing in them, because every time you have Fan Bing Bing, you get me saying the name Fan Bing Bing, and I know she's in the 355, and I want to see how well Fan Bing Bing does as an actress. But I don't care that much because the movie looks dumb. And do I really need the Wahmen version of spies and kick-ass yada yadas when I already have, John Wick, everything else, every other thing, and Spider-Man just came out. And if the internet is anything to go by, and I know it is, Spider-Man is the much more well-received, well-loved, well-liked, more fan servicey. It gave the fans what the majority of them wanted. I did not want this whammity whammon girl power thing. I'm not a whammity whammon girl power sort of person. I can look at myself on screen on the internet all I need to, just like most of us. How many girls out there have their own little TikTok dance accounts? How many girls have Instagram? We see ourselves on screen all the time. We don't need it in our movies. Can you remember that, Hollywood? Who did Spider-Man represent? Pretty much nobody in the audience looked like Tobey Maguire or Andrew Garfield or Tom Holland who were watching Nobody. Not a single person. And that kicked, but it's still kicking butt. Spider-Man No Way Home stands as the 6th highest grossing movie in all of history, surpassing Titanic and Jurassic World. At this rate, it'll soon take the number 5 spot, which belongs to Infinity War. That is how good Spider-Man did. That is how much it gave the fans what it wanted. All right. This thing, the 335, it was no match. Why? But it had all the diversity. It had Jessica Chastain, Penelope Cruz, Lupita Nyong'o, and a whole bunch of diverses. Diversity. Every single color of the rainbow was a cornucopia of diversity. It was spilling out with all of the diversity that it had, and it still failed. Do you know, Hollywood, that you can blame the coof, you can blame the fans, you can blame people all you want. We're not buying it, all right? If you just give people the movies that they ask for. But then again, they go to the Twitter mobs who don't buy the tickets anyway when they hear that people want diversity and representation. The Eternals, mind you, they have the nerve to beg for an Oscar. They have the nerve, and that one also was diversity up the wazoo. That is getting an even longer cut and release and version. Who asked for a longer version of the Eternals? This guy didn't even ask for it, and he's one of them. And you can't tell. That's how bad the Eternals was. This is apparently Icarus, not Jon Snow. It's the other one from Game of Thrones. The toy was so bad. It was in a shopping cart for free that somebody just left there and said, you know what, I'm not even going to bother throwing this away. I'm just going to leave it for somebody, and if you want to take it, great. Globally, Sony Pictures has earned a mammoth $1.5 billion, cementing its place as the 8th highest grossing movie worldwide. Alright, so that's all the rest of them. It's no small feat that Spider-Man No Way Home generated $30 million domestically. Let me see. How much did the 335? it managed to fall short at already low expectations, so they knew it wasn't going to do well. They didn't know it was going to do this poorly. See, people are going to risk their lives in the great, 2 years into the 2 weeks of the toilet paper shortage of 2020. They're not going to risk their lives for a movie that's just going to be diversity, 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 diversity. But they'll go see 3 Spider-Mans. Why not? Because 3 Spider-Mans are better than 1 Spider-Man. Or 2 Spider-Mans even. It generated a dismal $4.8 million from 3,145 North American venues over the weekend. Is this bad news? It's unlikely to rebound in its theatrical run since the 335 has garnered mostly negative reviews. It holds a bleak 27% on Rotten Tomatoes. With all that diversity, there must be just a bunch of all toxic white dudes. Oh, so now we gotta look. We gotta look up. What's it called? A 333, 335 Rotten Tomatoes. Is it gonna be a bunch of old white dudes? Pray tell, probably. Because that's who they're gonna blame, right? They're gonna blame it. I wanna see all top critics. 27 with the top critics. Wow. Okay, 25. I wanna see who. How do we read them? Matthew Lucas from the front row. Feels like I'm destined to be forgotten. Film feels like it's desperate to be forgotten. Regulated to late night showings on basic cable. Oh, wow. Well, he's a dude. He's a dude. Noah Berlatsky, not from Your Money Geek. That's probably a dude too. The piling of event upon event and character upon character makes it difficult to connect with any of the protagonists. Wow, this guy's a 1.4, 3.8 out of 10. January is here. Here's where they dump all the January movies. We're back to January movies. Hey, maybe the world's going back to normal. Diane Kruger slapping Jessica Chastain across the face with a frozen fish should be funny. Well, now I want to see this. Now I have to see this just to see how bad it is. The 335 boasts exactly one genuinely suspenseful scene. It happens around the 3/4 mark point, but that lasts only about 5 minutes and therefore represents less than 5% of the overall runtime. Oh, there's a woman too. I skipped over the Wahmen. Stillness somehow feels worse than a grand failure, as though it aims were only to prove that a bunch of the most famous women on earth can come together and make an action film just as uninspiring and boring as men can. Well, how can she be a toxic white dude? How about Kate Sanchez? Oh, she gave it a tomato. It's an average American action flick. Okay, she gave it an average. Another woman, another Wahmen, striving to be mentioned in the same breath as Bond or Bourne. The 335 makes a major flaw in assuming its audience is unperturbed by a nonsense plot that leads to the leads are too good for this suffocating killjoy parading as a serious action thriller filler. It's a filler. It's an action filler. Spy Karens. Oh, this is Spy Karens. Rob, write it down. Spy Karens. Write it down. 335, we're going to turn into Spy Karens. A whole bunch of bad reviews. Oh, this is hilarious. So all your diversity is of the diversiest, and you still can't make a good movie. It's only a PG-13, too. Well, there you go. It was directed by a dude, so they'll blame their director. Jessica Chastain's all-female, ultra-progressive. The 335 bombs in theaters. A sign that woke messaging is dead. I don't know if it's a sign that woke messaging is dead, but it certainly is a sign that audiences are tired of it, and we're not going to order it off the menu anymore because we know the trick. We know the trick, and we know it's just the specialty item to sell you a bunch of bad, rehashed, leftover ingredients from less than talented people who don't work at the company anymore, but their stuff and their creations are still there. So they gotta sift through all the shit and try and package it to you and make you feel guilty for not buying it. It is the leftovers and the crap. So no, I think we're just tired of the wokeism crap. It did so poorly and will no doubt end its theatrical run without having a name and made enough money to recoup its own budget. Yeah, but like they pointed out in the chat, I'm sure this will probably pick up on streaming, at least to get its money back for the production. it'll probably be one of those movies that YouTubers just make fun of and rip on. And I think that's really a new market that I think Hollywood kind of needs to embrace. We need to embrace the fact that, hey, this movie's so bad it's good, or this movie's so bad it's bad, come and rip on it. Hey, this movie, just use it as a punching bag. That's what it's there for. Look, see, Hollywood wants us to beat women. Is that what the message is? Hollywood wants us to use this movie as a punching bag. Oh, Hollywood. Harvey's really ingrained in the tendrils of Hollywood land, isn't he? And those sort of old types. I am Mecca, and Spy Karens did not do well. I am going back to my live chat. Don't you go anywhere.
The Universalists are at it again and are suppressing this channel. The only way to stop them is to spread our message across all social media platforms. You need to like, subscribe, talk about this channel wherever you go. Only by using their tactics and agenda against them can we defeat them once and for all. So do your part today. Ah!
Thanks for watching. If you liked it, make sure to hit that like button. And if you want to see more, don't forget to subscribe. See you in the next video. Bye!
Diversity.